Cattle 911. I think that's our heifer calf. There's our third calf. Well, now what? Why am I walking through the trees when it's thundering and raining? Because the calves are gone. They're supposed to be right back there. Well, let's see, right back there in that pasture, and they're not. I got home this evening. I grained them in the feed bin before, well, actually yesterday evening. And I got home this evening. I left this morning for the sunlight, and I got home this evening and all the grain was still in the feed bin and the stock tank was still full of water. Palin says she saw them last night at 7 o'clock, but they're not home this evening when I got home. So, trying to find, it looks like to me that they might have busted out on the west fence. I'll show you, there's a wire broken, and so it's raining, a little bit of thunder. So I'm hoping that they're laying somewhere back in the trees. This 65, 70 acres we own, place with the pond on it, a little portion of it, about half of it's timbered. So I'm hoping they're laying in here somewhere and still on our place. The gate out by the road was open and there was a calf track there, but only one, and it looked older, but I don't know really. It's raining, so I don't really know how old it is, but we're going to walk through the woods and the timber and hopefully we find 3 white calves. Wish me luck. Well, they weren't in that patch of woods. Tug showed up. He's going to help me. We got a couple more places to look. We'll see. Well, down to one more spot. Maybe they'll be in there. I'm just hoping to find them on our place, you know. As long as they didn't go across the highway from us is a creek. And I've lost a calf in there before, never found him. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they busted out on that west fence or not. I kind of think that's where they did. But if our neighbor over here, their calves are all black. So ours would stand out like sore thumbs. I've called the neighbors, and we're doing the obligatory Facebook post. So calling guys that have cattle around here, you know. So we'll check the next spot and we'll see. Sure would be nice if you guys could find them. Kind of hoping they're back over in this corner, the southwest corner of our place. We don't hardly ever go back over here. It's kind of reserved for deer hunting, and it's pretty thick back over in this corner. So, and maybe those are cattle tracks. I don't know. Well, I got you guys. We'll see. Something's been through here, but I mean, there's deers through here all the time, but that looked like a little bit bigger than deer track. Yeah, maybe. It's hard to tell though. Just rained. We'll go back over here and see. That right back over, and there's the far southwest corner of our place. Dove took off and scared me. So that's where we're gonna go. Hopefully we see some white calves. Well, we are running out of real estate to check. Scared out a couple deers up here, but no white calves. So we've called the sheriff's office. I gotta watch where I'm walking, quit talking to you guys. Called the sheriff's office and called the neighbors. I'll probably call a few more neighbors and put the word out, but I was sure hoping to find them on our place. So, but they're not on our place. I've pretty well checked it. And I don't know, I'm gonna spend some time driving the dirt roads and looking around on the other side of the creek and see, but cattle 911. Well, no calves yesterday afternoon. So we're gonna get our Columbi. Might need something a little stronger this morning. And drive around and see. I called about anybody I could think of to call yesterday. And so we gotta fuel up. We gotta run up to the quick stop and fuel up, grab our coffee, and drive around and see if we can pick up any tracks in the road or stumble across them somehow. So we'll see. So what we're going to be looking for are tracks in the road. Maybe we find a set and where cattle have gone down the road. These are dirt, sand roads. So, and maybe we can find a set of tracks, stumble onto them. I think that's our heifer calf. We're about a half mile from home across the creek. Now, what do we do about it? And where's the other two? I gotta find out who owns this place here. But that is one of our calves, I'm pretty sure. Well, now what? Well, it needs a portable Wilson corral. Pull it over here and set up, and I could get this one. I'll show you this. There's two of them standing there. And both heifer calves. We're missing two heifers and a bull. So I think that's two of them right there. One on the inside of the fence, one on the out. And I'm not sure about that one, but this one's our calf. So gotta find out who owns this place and give them a call, I suppose. Well, there goes our calves. So I got to find out who owns this and talk to him. Well, got a hold of the guy that owns that quarter, Greg, and with where those two heifers are. And he said, hey man, I can gather my cows up and I'll sort those two off this afternoon. So hopefully he calls here in a little bit and he's got them caught. We'll see. So we're gonna go walk the creek, see if we can find the bull calf. We'll see. There's our third calf. It's across the road in with another set of cows, but I'm pretty sure that's him. So that's him. He's the only white calf in there. He's got a bunch of black cows and calves over there, a couple reds, but only white calf in there. Charolais cross bull calf. So here they went. They busted out our west fence. Then they went a half mile, close to a half mile, and found an open gate, which that's me. But then across the highway, about quarter, 3/8 of a mile down to a creek, across the creek, and quarter mile or so. Well, they split up there. I think they hit a corner and two went east and one went south. They're in two separate fields, and I wound up getting a hold of the landowner of, it'd be a quarter, kind of like a half mile west of us and a half mile south. It's back in behind some timber and it's kind of isolated back in there. So I called him, he has it leased, and he gave me the leasee's number. I called the leasee and he's like, yeah man, go in there and look around. You know, it's kind of hard to get back in there. And but we drove back in there. After we walked the creek, we did walk the creek, and came to a fence that I didn't think that they would have crossed, and seen where probably two went left, one went south. And then got a hold of the landowner, got a hold of the leasee. Leasee says, yep, you can go back in there. And there's an east side of the creek and a west side of the creek. And two of them that we found this morning were on the east side of the creek. And he said his cows are back there on the west side of the creek. So he gave us access. We went back in there, and there he is in there with a whole bunch of cows and calves. So I have no idea why they busted out, but where the two heifers are, that guy, Greg, man, appreciate you. He says he can probably catch them or get them pinned up this afternoon. The other guy, Leo, says he's out of town today. He'll be back tomorrow. He says he'll give me a call, and we'll go back in there and see if we can catch the third one. And maybe the next couple days we'll have them all home. We'll see. So I will keep you updated. Maybe Greg calls this afternoon and we can get two of them home today. Well, Greg called. He says he's got them pinned up. So we're hooked onto the trailer. We're gonna go see if we can't get the first two home. See you in a minute. That's heifer calves have made it back home. They're thirsty after their long trip. All right. Well, thank you, Greg, very much. Appreciate it. Two of them are back home, and I know where the third one is. So hopefully tomorrow we get him home, and I'm going to keep him locked up in this little corral, and then I think Tuesday's sale day at the sale barn in Fairview. And we might be making a trip into town on Monday evening. Hopefully we get the bull calf back tomorrow. But now I got to spray out this trailer. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to go up and take a nap. So hopefully we can keep them in this corral. So when we went to catch them, that lighter colored calf tried to go over a panel. She made it up to her brisket over a panel. If she'd got over midway, she'd have went on over, but she didn't. She had to come back in, and then we got her in the trailer. So they've got hay, feed, water, and shade. They ought to be good. Well, it's evening time of Sunday evening, and we still just have 2 calves. Leo, the guy where the 3rd calf is, he didn't call today. I'll probably text him tomorrow evening and say, hey, got any plans on when we can get that calf out of there? Or, we might have to stay until he gathers his calves up and then we sort him off or something like that. But I'll stay in contact with him. And hopefully we can get him back eventually. He's only, it's about a mile from here. But they're in here. So I am going to throw them some corn and take care of upside down duck and these chicks and call it a weekend. Monday tomorrow, and we'll see. These calves, they're settled down in here. They're doing good. I'll throw them some corn, and I don't know if we're gonna haul just 2 of them to the sale barn tomorrow evening or not. We'll see. I'll talk to Michelle about it. But anyway, I'm gonna get them some corn and finish up this video. We'll see what happens with bull calf. All right, thank you guys for watching. Have a blessed day.